South African farmers have celebrated after an agreement was reached to allow hundreds of South African citrus containers blocked at European ports to enter in the EU. Our European Union newly imposed regulations had adverse effects on South African citrus industry, with more than $10 million lost recorded during the blockage period. Now, South Africa is the world's second largest citrus exporter. Thus, producers need to look for alternatives, considering the challenges they face in accessing the EU market. Let's have more details of that in this report.
A last-minute deal was struck, allowing the containers to be cleared for entry in the EU. It provided some relief, but the delay cost South African exporters over $12 million.
Had we not intervened and negotiated this settlement, it would have meant all containers are rejected, because any importing country has got three rights with respect to importation. One is they can treat, or they can destroy, or they can return.
The EU's new regulations require citrus fruit imports to go through specific mandatory cold treatment processes and pre-cooling steps for up to 25 days before importation.
We got notice of it on the 24th of June, with implementation the 14th of July. And it was interpreted that this will then start the 14th of July, and we have 20 or 21 days notice in order to implement it. However, on the 14th of July, Europe started blocking containers.
The EU's stepped-up regulations are aimed at preventing the potential spread of the false codling moth, which is native to sub-Saharan Africa. Even though South African farmers send only the best fruit to Europe, they will still need to comply. Compliance will come at an extra cost, one the citrus industry can barely afford.
The background processes of exporting fruit starts right at the beginning, from the growing, from the packing facilities, cleaning, washing in this specific case, washing it, and then it still has to travel, and that's a cost that already is worked in. So when you work out your profit, you would have worked, obviously, this cost in. And what farmers did not work in this time around is extra 9 days or so of further cooling in the European Union.
The problem is that everything comes back to the farm, and when your cost chain goes up, be it by 1% or 10%, it means that 1 or 10% less money comes back to a farm.
South Africa is the world's second largest exporter of citrus fruit after Spain, but it may have to look beyond Europe.
The European Union market is becoming difficult to penetrate, to access. As a country, we're going to have to start looking for other markets. More than 80% of our citrus fruits go to Europe. You've got to have to diversify. You've got to have to start looking for other markets.
South Africa has launched a dispute with the World Trade Organization, but negotiations will continue as Europe is an important trade partner and South Africa's largest market for the citrus industry, accounting for 37% of all exports.